Unreached Peoples refers to people who live in a particular people group or a particular region of the world where they've never heard the gospel before, and where they will never hear the gospel unless someone from outside that region comes and shares it with them.
Everybody around this world is looking for something to put their hope in. And in Bangladesh and India, we are able to see people looking and searching themselves for something to put their hope in.
There are people everywhere in the country of Bangladesh, and the country has a population of 150 million people, and 99.7% of them are not Christians. So the extent of the spiritual need is very overwhelming.
In Bangladesh, the Adopt a Village program works. A couple will volunteer and be chosen and be trained, and then that couple with their kids will go in and set up and live in a village. In addition to running the church and organizing that, they will teach school. They'll help the village ladies, for instance, organize an economic circle. So really it's someone who's participating in the full village life, and they've made a commitment to stay there for a number of years.
I'm Leo Sharkar. I'm serving as the General Secretary of the Baptist Convention here. We call the Bangladesh Baptist Church Fellowship. We have evangelized many people and reached 21 ethnic groups so far. More than 80% churches are very new, and the believers are first generation believers. And now it's a big challenge to nurture them properly, at the same time reaching out more souls and more ethnic groups. So that's a big challenge.
Each village that we visited, we were greeted by numbers of people, often either kids or people playing instruments and music, and welcoming us with song and with dance. And it also showed the openness that villagers have to receiving the gospel. Philip Timothy has an exciting ministry in the Eastern Hills region of Andhra Pradesh. And it was just thrilling to see the growth that's occurring there, the way in which the gospel is spreading from village to village to village.
We work among unreached people groups in the border areas where there's much persecution and the threats against Christian activities. And one of the things that we do is we identify people who are interested in working with the ministry. We train them. We make them very effective tools so that they can plant churches.
We visited with one pastor, and he was a new pastor in the village. When he came, there was no gospel presence there at all. Now half of the village had made commitments to Christ.
In a year time, we do 1,000 to 1,200 baptisms. When somebody accepts gospel, the second thing that he has to do is he has to take out all his idols and burn outside of the village. And third step is they had to faithfully come to the church and to be in a discipleship program. After the discipleship program, we asked them to get ready for baptism. So people knew how to pray, people know how to trust God. So then they slowly come into the faith.
There are over 2 billion people still waiting to hear the gospel for the first time. And we believe that this is God's will for us in the Global Outreach Department at the People's Church to partner with these particular ministries to share the gospel with people who have never before heard.
Always I'm dreaming for the second generation, for the children. That kind of burden I have in my heart always, how I can raise the second generation. So that's what I'm asking people, please come and please support me, so that I can really raise the second generation.
We have the ability to send funds and send short-term teams and to set up, link them with prayer groups.
These people need help, and we can help because it's continuing on in the heritage of the People's Church.
In this great endeavor of reaching people for Christ, People's Church has come alongside of this ministry. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank People's Church being partners with us in reaching India for Christ.